Arturs Neiksans is someone who is donning many hats in the world of chess. A strong Grandmaster himself with a peak rating of over 2600, Arturs is also a big chess content creator. He has his own YouTube channel, he does chess commentary in various events, he is a chess trainer, and he is also a chessable author. He is coming from the country of Latvia, which is the birthplace of Mikhail Tal. In the Biel Chess Festival, we met Arturs, who was actually doing commentary for the duration of the event. There we had a detailed interview with him, where he spoke about his life, his journey in chess, his current goals, and so much more. Check out this special interview. It's a pleasure to be joined here by Grandmasters Arturs Neiksans. Artur, you're here for I think 7th year in a row at Biel Chess Festival?
I think it's 6th year.
6th year, okay.
6th year on 5 years on site. And I think it started in 2021 when there was a COVID pandemic.
Yeah.
And Dina Belenkaya, she was, I think, involved with the tournament organizers before. She said that they're looking for a commentator, and that's why she introduced us. And yeah, I did the commentary from home. So I would connect to the live stream. Like I was doing from my Twitch channel, like 2 hours in already the round.
Okay.
And I liked it. And yeah, then starting 2022, I started to do it here on site.
Yeah, and it's been going ever since, every year it's you doing commentary on this beautiful event. First of all, tell me, what do you like so much about the Biel Chess Festival?
Yeah, it's a very special place, naturally, because
You've played in Biel before or no?
I don't think I've ever played.
Not even the MTO or something?
No, like, okay, we played some friendly tournaments with the staff, etc. But over the years, like, we have formed a very good team. And like, when I came here in 2022, this was the time when I discovered I have a passion for commentary. Because when I started, I mean, pretty much everyone was doing some sort of a streaming or content creation during the pandemics back in 2020. So I started a stream, and the idea was that I wanted to just have some fun, kill some time, and also practice my English at the time, which was, I mean, pretty mediocre still. And when I started to do this, at some point I realized I enjoy doing this. Like, I just love talking, I suppose. I don't know, like talk about chess, explain it maybe in a simpler language. So for me, coming here in 2022 was a no-brainer, really. It was an awesome experience. I was able to do on-site commentary. And of course, I immediately fell in love with the thing I was doing. I mean, back then, when we look back at 2022, things were completely different. Actually, there was the COVID restrictions and everything, but also we're doing the production like at a semi-pro level because we didn't have a producer. I was a producer at the time. So the first 2 years, 2022 and 23, I was producing the event while I was doing the commentary.
So you had the OBS setup and everything?
Everything.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and it was driving me nuts, really. And like, I was doing it, like, I think we did it at an acceptable level, but I was exhausted, really. And I kept asking to the tournament director, Paul, we need another guy. We need a producer. And finally, yes, Paul agreed. And in 2024, we're very lucky to have Walter Bick, one of the Chess.com's star producers, here. And we already been here, amazing team for 3 years in a row. So this is the 3rd year. So for me, it's like the 5th year here on site. And the reasons, why I keep coming back, it's that this was pretty much my very first major international tournament commentary that I was doing on site. I had some smaller before, but this was the first one. And the place, I love the place. I love Switzerland. Every single time I'm coming here to Switzerland, I see people smiling, being very happy. It's beautiful. There's typically great weather, beautiful nature, great food, and a great team. So over the years, we have formed a core team, which keeps expanding a bit. some things change, but overall, it's a privilege to be here.
Yeah, this team I think is really what makes this tournament special, with a lot of people working towards the same goal. Coming to you, as you mentioned, this was like the tournament where you discovered that you have a passion for commentary. Now, this I would like to understand, because there are quite a few strong players in the world who would, I think, maybe will not be such great commentators, because while they may be calculating very well, their way of expressing their thoughts is maybe not so simple. What was it for you? Like, did you watch some streams before? Did you watch some commentators before? How did it happen for you?
Yeah, at the beginning, no. It just, it started with the streaming, and I felt that it kind of opened me up a bit, because I was a bit different person before. I started to stream, started to engage with people that I don't know, talk with the audience, and it somehow clicked. It felt right. And then I got some, I think it was around 2020, 21, I got some first commentary opportunities from chess.com. And then I really realized I love this. But about the commentary, not everybody can do it. Not everybody enjoys it. I think it's sometimes also hard for the players to input into words what they think, to explain. So I'm also learning, essentially, because I think I also have come a long way the way I was doing commentary before, back in 2022. Now I'm doing the commentary in 2026. So for me, it's like an ongoing process. But essentially, I'm having the time of my life in every commentary. I'm very happy for every opportunity. And so that's the direction I'm going to. So I think that at this stage, I already have pretty much decided that I want to do this professionally. I want to focus on it and grow and hopefully make engaging commentary.
Well, if I call you just a chess commentator, I think it would be a disservice, because you are also a very strong grandmaster yourself.
Thank you.
You have played, so many top events. You have, I think your peak rating was close to 2650. Is that?
So my classical was 2631. It was actually a live rating a bit higher, but then I probably stopped working a bit too early, because I reached my peak. I was like 33, 34 years old, and I thought, okay, here we go, I'm doing great. But chess is such a game which requires you to work constantly at all times, and I think I just stopped because my priorities, I think, shifted in life. I mean, I got married, I got family, and I just couldn't focus on playing chess anymore. And I mean, mostly I was just happy where I am. But I mean, now I'm no longer.
You're still playing, I think, few events time to time, yeah?
Yeah, I'm still playing, but I feel that I can't do the same level anymore. Like, there was this one moment when I got back to 2600, 2615, like I dropped a lot of rating points, I came back, but it's like, okay, like I got there, but what's the point really? Because I didn't really understand what's the difference between if I have 2650 or 2550. It ultimately doesn't really matter, because for tournament conditions, like if I want, I can play in many open tournaments. To be invited in elite tournaments, I think you need to have 2700. So ultimately, I think it didn't really matter. And I think right now I just cannot perform at this level anymore, because like in the opening stage, I'm playing well. I think actually I'm in terms of the chess knowledge, I'm much smarter than I was 10 years ago, but I don't have the stamina anymore. So there's a critical phase, something happens, and bam, it's gone. So it's like, it's very hard actually to accept it. But like I'm treating that professional playing as a thing of the past. Like, I still love it. I love playing. I love to compete. I'm a very competitive player. Like, I don't like to lose. But ultimately I have to move on.
Yeah, but I think you still share so much of your chess knowledge, because I was recently looking at some of your tweets. I think always very entertaining. Yesterday, I think a lot of tweets about the World Cup. But one of the things I noticed that it was the 50th edition of your YouTube bootcamp, if I'm not mistaken. And I see your YouTube channel as well, lot of educational content.
Yeah.
Do you think creating this content made you see chess in a new light, sort of like the perspective was different, where you were creating content for someone who is, not super strong, who's maybe like an amateur?
Well, about the boot camps, this I started in 2020 as soon as I started the stream. And by the way, if you would check some of the early bootcamp editions, they were part of the stream. I would stream, and I was actually promising I'm going to do it like once a week, etc. But over the time, it evolved into something else, because when I did these boot camps or educational streams, I wanted to stand out in some way, because I thought that everybody is playing blitz games. There was a lot of puzzle rushes. There were these sub battles, and of course, if you're a streamer, you had to do sub battles, etc. So that was kind of the thing. Now I think nobody actually does it anymore. Yeah, like it's like a pager.
It's like out of fashion now.
Yeah, it's out of fashion. Nobody does it. Yeah. So so we did these things, and I thought, doing my educational streams, I'm going to stand out. But over the time, naturally the pace decreased, and I realized that they're becoming like small courses. Like especially since since episode 40 or something like that, I started to make them as small courses. And I also thought that it's something you can give back to the general audience for free, because I just thought it's a cool thing to do. Talk about some general stuff. And yeah, people love it. So I have not really tried to commercialize it a bit. Like I did offer for some interested people that you can buy the PGN for some symbolic price, whatever. Yeah, but I'm essentially making peanuts from it. So it was just something I started with, and I decided that I want to do like 100 episodes and at least stand out in a way.
No, I think this kind of content is, of course, very beneficial for people who are really trying to improve, get a step going in the game. Because you are providing a lot of this educational content, and you mentioned that, professional playing you have sort of stopped. Did you consider at any point maybe to coach also few people or train professionally?
Courses?
Yeah,
I am doing courses.
No, I mean not the courses. I mean like coaching people, as in like a trainer.
I am coaching as well.
Ah, really?
Yeah, I am a person with many hats. So I'm a player, I'm a commentator, I'm a coach, I am an author. What else? Streamer, maybe.
Streamer,
YouTube, content, whatever. Yeah. So wearing many hats. But yeah, I've been coaching for many years. And
so are these like people who you select to work with, or it's like a open class, anyone can join? Like how is it? How does it work for you?
Typically, these are individual classes, and most of the time they approach me. And I think this is also a good thing when you have a bit of a publicity, meaning you have a YouTube channel or people know you, they just write to you. Like I had so many messages on chess.com. So I apologize to anyone who I have not responded, because listen, guys, I got so many messages. Also from YouTube, like I have like pretty medium-sized channel, about 30,000 followers. Yeah. Some students come from there. They're intrigued about boot camps. They want to have some coaching. But in terms of the regular students, like whom I've had for years, it's only like a couple really. So they keep changing. We have some time we work together. But for group lessons, no. Maybe that was a smart thing to do. But sometimes I do for the National Chess Federation in Latvia, some group lessons. But ultimately, I feel my heart right now is not in that place. And I'm a bit moving away to the content creation. Yeah, so I'm still coaching. I love my students. But I feel like I want to do more. I want to do more commentary and maybe write some courses, but essentially,
you already in Chessable, I believe.
Yeah, I'm on Chessable. I have written 6 courses, and like I have a pace writing 1 course a year, and I'm pretty happy with that.
It's a lot of work, right? To like accumulate all the material and put it on a course. It's like
it is. Sure. Yeah, it is. I mean, that's why lately I'm focusing a bit on smaller courses, some simpler stuff. But in the beginning, I wrote two lifetime courses, lifetime repertoire courses, and the first one took me like half a year to write, like nonstop, like 8 hours a day. I was writing the course nonstop, so it was very, very challenging. But if I am able to focus on the things I enjoy, like doing the commentary, maybe once a year write a course, have one or two students I really enjoy working with, and having YouTube to develop, I'm a happy person. So this is the direction I'm going to.
Let's take it back a notch. You are from Latvia and you became a strong grandmaster, playing there and then playing, of course, all around the world. How was it growing up? How did you start playing chess? And how was the chess scene in Latvia back then? Because I think a lot of people know it as the land of Mikhail Tal, who was born in Riga.
Yeah.
And how was it back then? How is it now? If you can share a bit.
Well, those are totally different times, naturally, because I started to play at age 9.
Okay.
It was pretty late.
Who taught you the game?
Yeah, so I think if I remember correctly, it was one of my classmates who took me to the local chess club. So I was born in Valka. It's a small suburban town next to Estonia. Like it's Valka, Valga. There's this twin city. And from my school going to my home, in the middle of that road, there was the Valka Chess Club. And he took me there one day and I stayed there. And I think why I fell in love with the game is that nobody was forcing me to do anything. Like I didn't have any strict lessons or hours I have to do. Like I would go to the chess club and I would play chess, I would play table tennis, I would play this Latvian national game Novus. We would play hide and seek. I would climb on the roof of the basement. I would do all kinds of silly things as a boy would do during that age. And like we formed this bond between the students who were there, and somehow naturally, yeah, I was going there pretty much every day, and this is when I discovered I have some sort of a talent for chess. But the opportunities back then were really limited because I lived in a small town. We pretty much I came from poor family. So my mom was supporting me in every way she could have. I was playing in as many tournaments as I can. I was going to Estonia. My coach would take me there, and but there were no opportunities like these days because I mean that's the thing I think the current generation sometimes doesn't fully appreciate because they have, oh my goodness, what they don't have. It's like, let's start with internet, Google, YouTube, Chessable, chess.com, Twitch. It's just unbelievable. Like you guys, you're incredibly blessed right now because, okay, maybe somebody from the previous generation than me, he's going to say that I am privileged compared to them, but we didn't have either of those things. And there's this one thought I actually thought at some point, like when I was about 18, I got my international master title at 18. I was not really a hard worker at the time. I was just playing a lot. And I thought that with my current mindset, if there were opportunities to get an education, for example, in the United States, get a scholarship, I would just immediately go. Like immediately, because back then I was just a kid. There were no opportunities. The scholarships, I think they were just forming up. This was like 2001, 2002, those years. Yeah. So, and then 10 years later, it became quite a popular thing. And also, obviously, the internet technologies exploded like Twitch, YouTube, chess.com, Chessable, etc. So this is also, I think, why we're seeing the acceleration of the growth really, really fast. Like these wonder kids, like we have Arturs here, Grandmaster at age 13. It's just unbelievable, yeah. And they're really good at this game. So it's not even the rating. So, but yeah, those are different times. I got to enjoy my childhood. Actually, this is what I'm very happy about because I was a normal kid, at least I hope so. I would spend my entire summers outside of my home, playing with my friends, walking around, running around, whatever, doing our boy stuff. So, and somewhere along the way there was chess also. So
It was not like 8 hours of chess every day or something.
no, like I'm very happy about the way it turned out, and sometimes I'm also kind of wishing that, you know, those kids who are pushing very hard for the success, that they also get to enjoy the childhood a bit, because that's the thing that it never comes back really. Yeah. So yeah, as for me, yeah, like no regrets, very happy the way it turned out.
What would you say was the turning point for you, like in terms of growing more? Because there's generally, I think it takes a long time for many people from the IM to the GM title.
Yeah.
And then the next big breakthrough comes when they have to cross actually 2500
Yeah.
and stay stable on 2600 and above. Was there a coach who helped you at the time? How was it for you?
Yeah, I definitely had great coaches. And I think the role of the coach cannot be understated how important that is. And for me, the first coaches were always like a second father figure, especially my very first coach, Vsevolod Dzinskis, who passed away several years ago. I had really amazing coaches, Vsevolod Dzinskis, Maris Kops, Yevgenis Ivanovskis. They were candidate masters, but they're amazing persons. And yeah, so they definitely helped a lot. But when it comes to the growth, I always felt that, well, I'm probably speaking from my own experience, that the growth comes in leaps, because at some point you realize you're looking at the game differently. And the first leap that probably happened to me was like age 15, 16, when I realized I'm just thinking completely differently. And I was actually quite astounded by that. It's like, how did that happen? Because it happened very quickly. Obviously, kids go very, very quick.
Yeah.
And I started to think differently. I think at the time I was ready for the IM title. And so I got to this IM title age 18. And then I decided I'm going to stop playing. Because again, these are different times. And with my current mindset, I would have maybe made different choices. But I was young. I was stupid, maybe. I don't know. You know, I didn't really know what I'm going to do. And I'm like, I don't know what I should do. Should I go for university? Should I have there was no scholarships at the time. Or should I play chess? No, playing chess is not cool, you know, because I think also for me, it was very important what kind of example the other Grandmasters leave. And I always felt that they were not happy what they're doing. Like, that was my impression. Yeah, maybe they were actually very happy, but I was looking at them from our encounters. I was an amateur player, an IM level, but I thought that they're not happy what they're doing. They're like fighting for survival. And I thought, I don't want to be that guy. And this pretty much formed my resolve that I will pursue a career, because that's the right thing to do. Everybody has to pursue a career. Yeah, you have to get a degree, you have to get master's degree, you have to go get a very good job, you have to get a career, because that's what you're supposed to do. So that's what I did. Yeah, and obviously I was also influenced by my mom. Yeah, so she said you could do this and that. I was like, okay, I'm going to do that, right? So what do I know? And I did all of this, and like I did get my career. I got a very good job, and I got my master's degree. But at some point I realized that I'm just existing. Yeah, so it's like I'm going to a job from 9 to 5. I'm having my vacation. I play chess like once a year, but I don't enjoy this at all. So I think that it's safe to say that life makes corrections at some point, makes full circle, and everything is as it's supposed to be. So at age 27, it just turned out to be this way, that I got offered to do coaching in Riga Chess School. And I was still an IM, 24, whatever, 70, I think. I started to work on chess 5 times a day, working with bright students, about 2,300 ELO. So I was pushing them, and they were pushing me. So this is when I got the GM title within 2 years. So this is the second leap. So the first leap was 16 years, where I think I was already playing 2,400. Then at age 27, I didn't really work. I was focusing on other stuff. And within 2 years, I leaped from 2,500 500 maybe to 2630.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was the leap, and this is when I
Very
stopped working.
quickly as well.
Yeah,
I would
like
say.
because for me, like I've talked with some other players, they don't really share the same story, because I thought always when you get a GM title, the burden is off, because when you don't know if you are a GM caliber, like you need some kind of push, and I think this very first GM norm you always get, it kind of confirms that you are made of a GM caliber. And when you don't have it, then you don't know, you're struggling. And once you get the first GM norm, you're like, okay, I know it, yeah, I'm gonna do this. So as soon as I got it, I knew it, I'm gonna make it. I was working very hard at the time, and yeah, so I thought it was only natural, but yeah, now looking back, I thought, maybe I could have done things differently, like not stopping working at 26:30, but I'm still obviously very happy about the way it turned out, because if I was working harder, maybe I would get to 27, but if that would change my life a lot, I'm not really sure.
You did mention about wanting to now focus more about content creation. That brings me to the question, what do you think about the chess content scene in the current world right now? We have quite a few big chess content creators. Some very strong players are there, like Hikaru, and there's people like Agadmator, and then maybe Gotham is somewhere in between, where he's also creating a lot of fun stuff, but also really educational content as well.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of pages who are just now creating fun stuff regarding chess, some fun reels, some long form videos, fun. Where do you see yourself in this ecosystem?
I kind of feel like I'm in both camps, to be honest, because sometimes it feels these are two camps. These are big two camps. And unfortunately, I sometimes came to realize that some of the chess professionals, they're looking at the content creators like this. Yeah, I mean, yeah, those content creators, etc. Yeah, but ultimately, I think we're going for the same goal. We are spreading the love for the game. We're doing what we love, and even though sometimes there's some kind of a friction between these two groups, I think that we are still going towards our goal to popularize the game, and it's just been amazing what has happened in the past 6 years. And I think that people maybe don't fully appreciate the impact that chess.com did. Yeah, so I'm aligned with chess.com, but I'm not gonna be a fanboy of chess.com, naturally, because there's many things I love what they do. There's some things I really don't like what they do. For example, I'm not a fan how they removed chess24. I think it was actually a big loss for the community. But one of the greatest things that chess.com did, they invented this partnership system for
streamer programs, basically.
Yes, it's just unprecedented. And I think sometimes people don't fully appreciate, really, because they were like pushing them, inputting resources into them, creating brands. And now these brands are huge brands, and yeah, like you could argue that some of them maybe are even bigger than chess.com. I highly doubt it, but still. So they did really a lot. And yeah, so like I already said, I feel that I'm representing both groups at the same time. So like I'm part of the professional group, because I think in the professional circles, we know each other really, really well. Every Grandmaster at the pro, we know each other really well. Even if we haven't met personally, we know everybody by name. What are you doing? What's your rank? Whatever, yeah. So, and then I also know pretty much everyone in the creator camp. Yeah, so yeah, so it's feel a bit privileged, to be honest. And yeah, I'm not sure what else I can say about the matter.
But yeah, it's really interesting to see that you are like you sort of appreciate the content side of things, let's say the fun side of things, I should say fun side of things. And then also, because you're a strong grandmaster, you have very valuable, important chess knowledge to share as well. And do you think it should be a balance between the two, or like in your mind, is there some content superior to others? What would you say?
Which kind of content superior? What do you mean?
Like in chess, I mean, like, do you think there's a certain group or like a certain kind of content which is superior to others? Or do you think it's
No,
like
like I don't really think about it too much. I think there's two kinds of chess content. There's the educational content and there's the fun stuff. And I think they really nicely can coexist together. So like I think every single content for chess helps, because if we like, I don't have any numbers to present to you, but if we compare how chess was, what was the popularity of chess like 10 years ago and where we are right now, I feel like we are living right now the golden age of chess, really. That's how I feel. And also when we talk about chess popularity, okay, I don't really have to bring up titles like the Queen's Gambit or what else was there during the COVID, I forgot. So anyway, chess is becoming pretty much mainstream. And also look at all the sports stars. Yeah, like some of the biggest football players like Haaland, they're not even supported, they're investing into chess. Alcaraz, one of the best tennis players in the world, loves chess. Then we saw some photo shoots. Messi and Ronaldo were playing chess. Like, I feel like we are only at the very beginning of the true boom of chess's popularity, and every kind of content helps. Yeah, so
it all adds up, basically.
I'm sorry.
Like I'm saying, it all adds up together.
Absolutely, yeah. And I, for example, I have done some collaborations on my YouTube channel with some channels who are not really focused on educational stuff. They're doing fun stuff. Like recently, I did a collaboration video with a guy. I think his username was I Want Checkmate, who is making his prime focus is making fun videos about a chess variant called Dragons.
Okay.
It was really fun, you know. I absolutely enjoyed it, and I thought, okay, maybe some people, they're not going to treat it seriously, but it adds something to chess, and you never know, maybe somebody else who is not really into chess as a very serious game, he suddenly enjoys this one. So yeah, I think like probably the FIDE slogan against Unasumas, yeah, it still applies here. So we are all doing for the same goal.
That's amazing to hear. Thank you, Arturs, for such a beautiful response and for taking out time for this interview. It was lovely to hear your thoughts, and I'm hearing your commentary every day here at the venue. So it's nice, of course, and best wishes with your content creation, your commentary, and all that you do.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.